Hi, I'm Chris Talley. I chose to write my critical essay on the first prompt. The reason why I chose this prompt is because I've always been fascinated with how computers have advanced our society and just really allow people to express their own creativity. But to be more specific, I feel like computers have influenced literature, and my argument is that the networking capabilities of computers has changed the way that literature is distributed. I'm breaking this down into several parts. The literary content of video games has developed more complexity over time, from humble beginnings such as the text-based game adventure, where you input text and you advance through the game. And comparing that basically to Skyrim, World of Warcraft, which give a player role-playing ability and allow them to interact in the world however they want with other players, and also kind of create their own story in a sense. Virtual reality is related to this in that communities such as Second Life allow a user to create their own avatar and also fulfill any type of pursuit that you might be able to pursue in real life, such as education for your avatar, purchasing real estate, starting businesses, things of that nature. And the user motivation for this is derived from making progress within the virtual world, and that in turn gives you a emotional attachment, if you will, to developing this progress in virtual reality. The second part, Shelley Jackson's Wonderhammer, it's an interactive essay or interactive literary piece that is a collaboration between the writer, an HTML hyperlink coder, and also someone that added sound to the piece. Basically, interactive text allows you to click various hyperlinks on the page, and it'll take you to various pages of content. And instead of being structured like a book in chronological order, it's more like a web of content. Younghai Chang Heavy Industries features a few collaborative digital poems that are in multiple languages that are punctuated by music. I focus on Traveling to Utopia because it really stood out to me. You're basically forced to watch the poem play out multiple times because you can't read both English poems at the same time, in part because they scroll quickly, and two, because you can't really focus on them enough. And basically, it's really tempting to try and draw a comparison between the two, and the comparison that I found is that they're both involving a person that travels, but in one, they're imagining being stopped, and in the other poem, the person actually is stopped. But for my Twine project, I started off with some overview and some early advances to language, such as alphabet and the printing press, and how they're really the beginnings of networking. I connected that to explaining the impact that computers have had on our society. And from the square of the text that features the overview of my overall argument, it branches out between the greater sophistication of video games, interactive literature, and digital literature. And I also have a final tie-in page that links all the 3 points together, and it also links back to the other 3 main points if the others weren't selected through reading. I mainly used linked text coding, and that brings up invisible text if the highlighted text is clicked on. And this is used mainly just to add further points, and also sometimes to advance to the next passage, but also some links weren't necessarily required to advance. Thank you.